Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your dad, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. For now. That is business related, and I do still have it.
It's WWE Champion time.
Go. It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay.
Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin.
Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched. Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now?
Go. It's the money, stupid fuck.
What? I love it.
Go.
What?
By eBay.
Hell!
Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic? I love it. Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there? I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and nets about $35.
Banned. Gone. Forever. Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana.
250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby.
What's up, everyone? That being said, here with another edition of Phoning It In, our call-in show. We talk about all things that went on in the world DSP and any questions you might have out there. Today's going to be a little bit of a special show, obviously, as you guys might understand, I hope. But as always, let me mention, please, first, recognize all the legends I have around me here. I will start with our textile legend, the one that is behind all these, the format, not format. I'm failing already.
Oh, no.
The layout. Oh, what happened, Sam?
No. I'm just saying I've got nothing to do with format. That's you.
The layouts and the beautiful sound you're hearing is based on the work of Fantastic Mr. Sam. How you feeling, my friend?
Yeah, right. I'm not bad. As we were just quickly saying before the stream, we're hoping for a sort of a more regular stream, one where I took notes and spotted little things throughout the week, and then all that went in the bin because, well, you know why. Let's get to it.
Let's get into it. Next is our cerebral style member. He goes by the name of Steve the Dad. How you feeling today, Steve?
I'm good. Did I miss anything?
Steve is going to be just waking up style today. Last week he was not here, but he's in action today. This was too big for him to miss. Even woke his ass up to get here. Awesome stuff. Next we have our legendary music maker legend, our commentator legend, everything legend. He goes by the name of Meerkat. How you feeling today, Meerkat?
What's up, everybody? Big cat in the house. Meow meow. That's all I got. That
is him. And so just first forewarning, right, guys? Usually we try to get to every message. We try to get to every call. And we love it. But today, just so you know, that might not happen. All you legends out there waiting in the phone, all the messages we have a lot of messages. We're probably not going to get to all of them today. Just getting that out there. There was nothing we could do. We did everything correct. We pushed a lot of buttons. We couldn't make it happen. So just so you know, if we don't get to you, we still love you so much. It's incredible. So just sorry about that. Next, business time. We go to Meerkat once again for the business section of the podcast. Go ahead.
Plugs. Money. Super chats, memberships. You know how that works. And that's about it. Give us all your money right now, please. Please.
Next, we do have to get to a real. Oh, thanks so much, guys, for support already here. I see a Ganji kid in the house already. Thanks so much, Ed Barrett, of course, gifting those subs. Thanks so much here. Oh, wait, did we get a? Whoa! Did someone rate us here? Whoa, we got 240 people watching. Hang on, who did that? Who did that? Just kidding. All right, so let's get to it. Also, schedule note, actual schedule note, not joke schedule note. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, we're doing a members only special stream, my friends. So. Just getting that out there. You want to be there for a live show, members only. Thanks so much for your support. Blah, blah, blah. Done with schedule stuff. I'm not going to say it again. Okay.
Also, quick note. Everybody's going to be able to see the stream once it's finished. So it's not going to be like a exclusive style. So don't worry. You're going to see the VOD. Yes.
That's a good, thanks for that shout. Yeah, it's not a member only view style system here. It's members can see it live style show. And then you can see it on demand style after that. Okay. Enough of the styles. Let's drop the styles. I'm done. Okay.
You know.
So what do we have to talk about today? Lots of stuff. But I think today we should really focus on the thing that happened yesterday night, actually, with a man that goes by the name of Snorlax. What was his actual name? Someone help me out here.
Snorlax King.
Snorlax King. I want to give him his full shout outs here. Snorlax King. So let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. Before that, leading up to that, Phil was having a great day. Bots all over the place. You know what's happening. Subs all over the place. Memberships all over the place. Blah blah blah. We'll talk about them more on Sunday. Sunday night, he gets a super chat for $10. Right, 10 little dollars, and they're pretty pointed at Phil, I would say. It's a really nice way to say it. I'll read it for you. I'm embarrassed by how I let myself be manipulated by you. I get sick. There's a few accidental chargebacks, and you threaten me legally via email. Buyer and viewer, beware. Phil didn't change. Goodbye. Okay. So first, let me say, was anyone watching live when that happened in this group here? Meerkat, it sounds like you might have been.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, so it's only me then. So I was like, okay. I was watching, and I saw, okay, well, a pointed super chat. They happen every once in a while, right? They get a little spice to them, and Phil leans in bands, and that's it. Phil, though, says, I don't know who that is, right? I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. Boom. I was watching Piece of Peace stream, obviously, when that happened, because I'm not watching Raw. There was no way to watch it. You know, I'm not watching the Raw stream. Let's get real. And he said, wait a second. Let's check that out. You know, Snorlax King. And he found out Snorlax King donated $900 over 2 months or something, almost $900. And Phil said his first response was, I don't know who that is, right? I don't know who that is. So then I did that tweet saying, you know, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, that's pretty bad, right? That's pretty bad. Then Snorlax King pops in the chat of Piece of Peace, you know, channel. And as you might expect, Piece of Peace is like, I don't know about this dude. Who is this? If this is really you, whatever, you know, like you do, like you can expect anyone to do, right? You don't know if it's really that guy. But he starts dropping some facts all of a sudden, right? He starts dropping some stuff like, I'll show you emails. I'll show you my correspondence with Phil. Of course, Piece of Peace, rightfully so, is still skeptical of this, as you might expect. And said, okay, let me see. And Piece of Peace instantly, to his credit, said, I'm not qualified for this. Tell it to that being said, or tell it to Prophet, tell it to other people. I don't want to hear this stuff. So he shouted us out there. And because of Piece of Peace, he did message me right after that, Snorlax King. I, of course, went into that with a speculative idea myself. Like, okay, I don't know if this is really him, but let's see how much, you know, we can get out of it. I was really kind of like, discombobulated of like, is this ops? He contacted me though, so I can talk to him. And I was like, I don't know how to go with this. But anyways, I talked to him. And he shared all the emails, right? And the emails are in that link you set up, right? Meerkat, is that set up now?
Yeah, it's in the description. It's also the pinned message in chat, so you can click on it, see the context.
Yes, all the
Or
context.
you can watch the King Jad video. He went through all that stuff and read it.
Definitely. Yep. So, long story short here, I'll go through the bullet points. But before I get to the bullet points, I do want to, you know, share a story with you. I did used to work at Helicopter Factory. One of the best workers there. You know, I've showed you my certificate on the wall. I was the hardest worker. I was basically the CEO. They laid me off. These assholes laid me off, right? These assholes laid me off. Anyways, let's get to the schedule. So tomorrow we're going to have a members only stream here. And if you can't, I'll also have that in Braille schedule, the smoke signal schedule, and the short schedules coming up later. Back to the story here. Just kidding. Got to have some fun here. But it sounds too serious all of a sudden. But let's get back to the story. So Snorlax here is a person that was a fan of fighting game people on the internet. He watched Maximilian dude. He's a normal internet dude. Didn't know anything about DSP. All of a sudden, he finds This Is How You Don't Play by the man by the name of The Outsider. Legendary This Is How You Don't Play watcher. And he starts getting into Phil's content that way, right? So he's watching This Is How You Don't Play. He's watching people making fun of Phil. He's watching the Slam video, stuff like that, right? Slam video is so good, by the way, if you haven't seen that. Phil's all the controller slams and stuff. He's watching all that kind of stuff. For some reason, though, he ends up in Phil's real stream, okay? Phil's a real live stream watcher. And he turns out that he likes it. He likes not the gameplay aspect, but he likes the Q&A aspect. He says, in his words, it was a fun place to hang out. It felt like a cool hangout, and I enjoyed the Q&A. Okay? Gets into it, like you might expect, and he ends up kind of like, not liking Phil, is the wrong word I want to say, but he wanted to be someone on the stream, if you know what that makes sense. He wanted to be somebody, okay? And everyone knows that I'm talking about that, right? A lot of people want to be mods, right? It's a thing, you know, like, I want to be the mod, so I'm going to do stuff to be the mod, and like, I don't get it, but I know people do that. Let's not pretend that's not something a lot of people do, is they try to, you know, build a favor with a certain streamer, right? So that's what he was doing. He did thumbnails for Phil. He did graphics for Phil. And of course, he did donations for Phil. Those kind of, how he says it, he words it, was everything was in he was trying to do it in a strategy to get fit to be mod of Phil, get a friends with Phil, all this stuff. Lot of email communication back and forth. A lot, right? Hey, Phil, check out this thumbnail. and I have all the receipts for all this. You know, it's all true. I mean, I believe that part of it. 100%, I believe it. He showed me the emails, graphics he made. Phil would write one-word answers like, "Whoa, this looks great, cool. I'll use it today." That's it. And this dude would write along, you know, "Hey, I made this. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this." Phil's like, "Okay, great. That's cool. I'll use it today." That's it. He made the Snorlax account rather than his normal account because he took Phil's advice. Phil does give that advice out, guys. Be careful not to get doxxed. If you don't want to get doxxed, make a new account.
By me.
Oh God! Well, members, Bob coming in. Jay from Cromwell, you're a legend. Jimmy's football, and also Alfred Ponte. Thanks so much, guys. You guys are legends. Pot Mania is going wild here today. But so you know, they're back and forth. Emails going. He's a member of the stream for about a month and a half only, donating a lot of money, and he really would do it to hit goals a lot, right? So like, okay,
Wait, so that 900 is crossed over like a month and a half.
Oh yes, it is not a long term. It is not a long term. He knew it was hundreds, but I told him the number that Piece had, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was that much." So that just take that for what it is.
How do you not keep track of that?
I don't know. I'm telling you what I know, and you can. My job is to give you the facts, not to guilt trip anybody. I'm just giving you the facts. Okay. So then he's using a few credit cards, his own credit cards, and he also had though a family credit card in his wallet, right? Which some people do. This is something you do. You know, if there's an emergency, hey, crack this thing out, right? There's nothing in your bank account, you crack out this one. This is the family one, okay? He never used that though. Out of the not 860 whatever dollars we're talking about, he didn't use that one. 4 times though, he accidentally did. The total of those 4 tips was $23. $23. I'm going to ask you to remember that $23 here. This comes in handy very soon. $23. Steve's got to write that up on the board here. We're going to remember this $23. So when
put him up on the leaderboard.
When he used those donations, right? He, he's an authorized user of this. Is a debit card actually, a debit card, family debit card. He was an authorized user. His parents see, okay, PayPal. It went to their mobile app when he used the tip. I don't know what that is. I want to say that's suspicious activity. He marked it as suspicious activity to the bank. The bank, is like, okay, suspicious activity, cool. We'll close this card right now, and we'll send you a new one, just in case, something might be going on here. So there's 4 charges that the bank thinks is fraudulent, okay? Now, the bank actually is the one that did the chargebacks. Banks will do that, right? The bank, because for some reason it went from the debit card. He did the tip through PayPal. I don't know how that works exactly. Someone that knows that better than me can tell that. But he says the bank is the one that charged it back, not his parents or anything. The bank is the one. Okay. So on the 16th of October, now we're talking less than 5 days ago, Phil on his stream talks for 50 minutes, mentions the word chargebacks 20 times. How much was the chargebacks for? Steve, you got the number.
Would it happen to be $23?
$23. He talked for 50 minutes and cried about chargebacks, acting like it was the end of the world. $23. Okay? We're not done with $23, by the way. Let's keep that.
What can I get you a Burger King?
Yeah, I can make you 2 ka-chings and 1 without sauce. So Phil, obviously perturbed by this development here, sends him a nasty email. You can see it there. I like the wording here. Hey, I hate to say this, but I have to reach out today and ask you what's going on. You stopped showing up, and now I'm getting chargebacks. Phil's words right there. You can see the emails in the link. Okay. So, and that's not it. It's 3 paragraphs that took a significant amount of time to write. Significant amount of time to write. And remember, how much was this over again, Steve?
$23.
Yes. Okay.
The price is right.
Yes. So, okay, then we're back to Snor. Now the ball's in Snorlax's court. The balls are dangling in Snorlax's court, you might say. He emails back. A very, very, let me use the kindest words I can. Nice email trying to win back the graces of Phil. Meerkat, you described it much differently than me. I will give you a chance to describe that if you like that.
Okay, I'm gonna be super toxified this episode because I have very low tolerance for shit like this. I described it as pathetic.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, it was super
Yes.
pathetic. It was a Dick Ryder email.
Yes.
It's what it was.
It was very, very
Supplicant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote stuff like that, but I was like in maybe 7th grade to the girl I liked that didn't like me, and I was like, hey, you know what? If we get together, I can do this. I'll do like it's that level of pathetic, right? You know, you're not cool. You're not looking cool in those emails. And Phil writes back first saying like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna believe you. But then Phil has some time to think and writes that, you know what? He didn't say this, by the way, but he said, you know what? Fuck you. I don't believe you. And he started saying more. And this is Snorlax's point where he says, you know what? I'm done. Fuck this. My parents did, the bank did the chargebacks. I explained that to you clearly, right? And then you still didn't take me back and treated me like a bad guy. Fuck this. Okay. And then Snorlax did that $10 tip that we talked about earlier. And what was Phil's reaction? I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. A person that he's had over 20 to 30 emails back and forth with, taking his artwork, taking his thumbnails, taking his money, $800 worth of money. I don't know who that is. And that might be the coldest thing you can say to anyone, I think. And again, this person asked for it, right? We all know that he did ask for it. He did give Phil money. He tried to get Phil to love him with the money, right? Let's be real, with money. And that's how he was treated. Meerkat is still laughing at this lost. But he's definitely understands what he did. Snorlax said, I did, he definitely he wants this to say, what did he say earlier? He says, I want to make sure no one else does this same mistake I did, right? And that's what he seems to me as coming off as, and he did say that. I want to make sure no one else goes through this, because if you're not donating to Phil, he doesn't care about you. And when you stop donating to Phil, he doesn't like you anymore. And we all knew that already, but some people take a little bit extra time to get there, right? Some people don't get it right away. Like, I think most of us here were never Phil fans, but some of us in the chat, I know you were at one point, and that's totally cool. And then at some point, something happens. You know what? Fuck this. You know what? I'm out. And everyone gets there at a different timeline, right? Some of us might be instantly. Some of you might be 5 years. Evil AJ was a many-year fan until he said, you know what? Fuck this. This is how you don't Blizzard being a thing. And now, that's how it goes. So that's all I'm saying. That is the truth from the horse's mouth. Whether you choose to believe it, whether you choose something has changed, that's all up to you. But that is what I have the information from Snorlax. So now I guess we should throw it to questions from the panel here. Anything that that wasn't clear there, you want to say, the floor is all yours. I guess I'll go to Sam first, please.
I'm going to be really, I don't know, maybe this is something different, I don't know, but I'm going to focus on right at the top of Phil's last email, or the last one we know of anyway, where he says, you stopped showing up to my streams as of last weekend. And this might be nothing new to a lot of people, but does that now mean that Phil is aware of when he's, who's in what stream? Is that the point we're at? Where,
oh, yeah. That's proof of that, right? That's the minimum proof we have. I mean, he knows, okay, you haven't been showing up, bro. What's up? You know? To
the day, to the game he was playing, he knows who was in what stream. Is that how quiet his chat is, or is it worse? I don't know. But I just thought I'd bring that up because, we've got a lot to cover, but that's just obviously that's the first thing you see in that email. I'm like, Jesus, that's bad enough itself,
I mean, yeah, and because let's be real, this guy was a VIP for Phil. VIP meaning he gives me a lot of fucking money, so I'm gonna treat him like a VIP. You know what I'm saying?
VIP means very important pay pig.
Yeah. I wish I thought of that fast enough. But yeah, that's it. And he knew that this guy's important. I want to answer his emails. But right, that's the big change for me, right? It was all one-line answers back. Hey, great, I'll use this fan art. I'll use this. When there's a problem, a $23 size problem, Phil breaks out the paragraphs are coming in hot, accusing of illegal action being taken, right? And that's like someone chat. You said it before. I told you, Meerkat, earlier. Maybe that's why Phil doesn't have time. He's writing paragraph emails to people that just charge back $23. Imagine if you charge back $100. What's he writing there? He's writing a fucking Bible for that. you paragraphs. Steve sent you books. All right, here's volume 1 of your shit. Here's volume 2. Like, I can't imagine. But all right, I'm talking way too much. Steve, what are your thoughts here off the top?
My sort of like initial response to it is like, holy shit, who are you to say, I've noticed you've not been in recently. Where have you been? Like, you don't just become a fan of Phil's, you become an employee of his. You know, you become a servant. You are expected to be there. And if you are like, you know, sick, for example, he's like, well, where's the money? Where have you been? Be quiet. What's up?
And that's why the guy was gone, by the way. He was really sick. That's why he was gone. Yeah.
But Phil's immediately like, I've noticed that you've not been giving me money recently. What's going on? Just the idea that you would have that relationship with your audience it's mind-blowing to me. It's so inappropriate, and I can't believe that it's like, I know we go through this a lot where we're like, he should be kicked off. I can't believe he's still here and all that. But this is one of those things where there's no explicit terms of service being broken, but holy shit, your relationship with your audience is incredibly inappropriate, and you should not be doing that. So
exactly, yeah. And this is someone that doesn't have like a public Discord or anything like that. So it's not like, you know, there's this relationship being built up that's kind of for everyone to see. It's always very kind of hush and behind the scenes. You know, it's
always at his discretion as well. It's always like, you know, you can only comment on his Twitter if you follow him, or, you know, you have to wait a day to be in his chat and, you know, his community polls and things like that for members. So you have to wait. You know, it's not like how we've got everything open and anybody can come in and say whatever. Anybody can call up now. He wouldn't do anything like this. So, all communication with him is ideally through email at a time when it's appropriate for him, not like any sort of public bills. And to not even have that and then still be like, I can't imagine emailing someone that's you know, like Jay Cornwall. He's not been donating recently, you know. Thanks, Barrett, but, you know, the subs have been dropping recently, so, you know, I can't imagine.
That's employee. That's 100% boss to employee. That's how you talk. I mean, it's cool if a boss that is paying you says that. That's it.
Yeah, but even then, it's like the money's going the other way.
yeah, you know, Jesus Christ. Respecter here's once an average dent profile from you, Steve, in a future video. Thanks, Respecter there. But go ahead, Sam.
No, I was just going to say, like, to finish off the point, like, you can at the most you can imagine it, like, if there was like a public Discord, like, at the most you might say, you know, I haven't seen you around, you know, is everything all right? But there's always, you know, well, paragraphs more on top of that of money related stuff.
Oh yeah, he's not saying how are you doing either. He's saying where have you been, and there's the problems I'm having here, and that's bad. But let's get to you, Meerkat. Any thoughts off the top here?
Off the top, man. Well, first of all, I don't feel bad for the guy at all, even if he feels like he was manipulated or whatever. And I don't feel bad because this is the internet, and there are plenty of people that have dedicated significant time and effort to discuss DSP and point out all of his lies and all his bullshit and all his inconsistencies. And it's actually much easier to find them than to find his channel. So this dude could have bothered to jump on Piece of Peace channel or Shinko or Tevin or anybody else and see that DSP is not a person worthy of that kind of support, and not somebody that you want to buy his friendship and you want to buy his attention and you want to buy a way into his chat and becoming a mod. Because he doesn't value you, he doesn't respect you, and he doesn't look at you as a person or a member of his community. Because there's no community. The community is Phil.
Yep. And I did ask him that about that question you had, like, why, if you knew about this, how you don't play, you know about Tevin and stuff, why did you still support? And he just said that I chose not to engage in that style because I knew that wasn't what a Phil person should do, right? Not a Phil person. A person that's, you know, a Phil enjoyer should not be doing that, right? Listen about it. He made an account like Phil says. He followed all the instructions that Phil says in the employee handbook, right? I mean, first step, change your screen name, you know, and then you can donate to me. Donate at least this much and you'll be good. I mean, that's in the employee handbook, right? And Barrett made a good point. He runs 100% digital sweatshop. That's what Phil does. Yeah. This is proof.
In his defense, though, it's easy to see, especially if his chat is slow, it's easy to see the regulars and who pops in every once in a while, especially people that are donating money. Like, he keeps tabs on those people. And when they go away, it's a red light for him. It's a red flag. So he needs to investigate what's going on with this person. Is he now a troll? Has he been a troll the whole time? And I think why he made such a big deal over the $23 again, the $23 is because he knows that there might be more chargebacks on the way. Because if this dude has donated almost $1,000 fucking dollars, then he knows that DSP could get in quite a lot of trouble if that guy decides out of nowhere that he actually wants his money back. So that would be trouble for him.
So you're saying that's why he went to these debt. It's not about $23 really. It's about what could come in the future.
Yeah. We know that he likes to prime these emergencies, and he likes to like be super anxious and nervous about things that could potentially happen, because it usually helps him, because it's an emergency that he can pull out of his ass and beg for money for. And he kind of convinces himself that this could happen, because it has happened in the past. If you remember on Twitch, there was a Tutankhamen, King Tut, as he liked to call him, who requested a bunch of chargebacks, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So he might be aware that this might be another situation like that.
Yep. I think, I mean, that makes more sense, right? Because it's not about $23. Let's get real. But if you watch the episode on the 16th, it's almost 50 minutes talking about how chargebacks affect his business, right? It's I mean, this is, we know what he's doing it for. He's doing it to scare viewers in donating, which clearly worked, right? We know, obviously we already knew it worked, but here is living proof that it worked, because Sorlak said he was like, oh, he's almost to the goal. I want to help out get the goal. He made a new account to sub with another account to help the goal, right? I mean, that's the only reason people have goals is because they fucking work. And here's another proof, not that we needed it, but I mean, it really worked for him. He's like, oh shit, Phil's up $10 away. All right, I'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad, right? That's just, I know I'm not as harsh. I maybe I'm the softy here. I feel bad because I see Sorlax, he knows now what he did was just so stupid, right? But we all got to learn in different ways. So, it's just sad that it cost him that much, because that's unfortunate.
Well,
but
hopefully you'll get a lot of that back.
Hopefully. I'm just, who knows about how PayPal does all that shit. But real quick update here. Darkseid to Phil sent me a response from Phil when he sent in artwork, thumbnail, Darkseid to Phil. Shout outs to Behind Steve as well. And that is exactly anyone believing it's not true, by the way, it's just, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It's true, because Darkseid to Phil sending more proof, the exact same email format, the exact same writing, the exact same one sentence. It is Phil. Go ahead, Meerkat.
That's also what I got when I sent him my troll artwork for Alan Wake Remastered. If you go back, watch those streams, one of those artworks is mine. And I posted it in the Discord, what the Easter eggs that I hid inside. He used it for about a day, and then I made fun of him on my stream, and then he took it down.
Oh, I want to see that. I didn't see that.
And that's exactly what I got as well. It's like, oh, okay, man, this looks great. I'm going to put it in. Bye. That's all I got. And another thing to that point where when we were talking about that's not what a DSP fan would do, going out and looking at trolls. Yeah. You don't want to be that guy where somebody can tell you what you should do. You should kind of think for yourself. And that goes with detractors as well. You should think about if you want to support this guy, if you like this guy, and you should think for yourself and go investigate for yourself.
Yeah.
If this guy is worthy of your support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's what we all, most people would do. But obviously Phil has attracted some people that don't do that. And that's why he has the fans that he does. That's why he's still around, right? Even though the numbers go down.
I do think as well, like we have in the Discord constantly people talking, discussing different stuff and constantly disagreeing with each other and coming down to some conclusion in the end eventually. Mm-hmm. Where it's like a discussion needs to happen. You can't just have one person tell you something and then you just believe it and you go and believe that thing until the end of time. You just gotta discuss stuff. You gotta workshop stuff. We do that on the podcast too. We do that in Discord. And it's just healthy for people to do that. Yeah.
I think that is fair. Sam, you had something there, or
no, carry on.
Yeah, I guess
I briefly did just to say that, like, Phil sort of preys on that. He preys on that sort of naive, like when you just want to give someone the benefit of the doubt, when you want to take them at face value and think that maybe, hey, there's a lot of shit around him, so maybe he's right when he says that I'm always being harassed by trolls, and maybe I'll give him a fair share. He preys on that. He preys on that sort of thing. Look at how he was like, use a different account so that you don't get doxxed, because once he's got you in like that, he wants to terrify you into not doing anything. He wants to terrify you into not even risking looking at a detractor channel in case somebody goes, that username doxed it. You know, he wants his audience as close to him as possible. Yeah. And, you know, that's how he gets away with it. That's how he keeps them in. And then you get to the end where you're like, you break out slightly and you sort of like call him out like this. And he goes, no idea who you are. Completely throws you under the bus. He's done with you because, you know, you're not used to him anymore. If you've decided you've gone, he's done with you. He was like that with Howard, like that with John. It's probably like that with Panda, though he doesn't bring her up as much. Anyone that would leave, any fan gets that treatment.
Don't forget, he threw Panda on the bus too. Don't forget that. Remember, she said that during that one
react. Why he was, you know.
Yeah. He said something negative. I can't fuking remember. She's like, she was always. Yeah, go ahead.
He said he felt taken advantage of by her, not the other way around. He said he felt taken advantage of.
he woke her up when she was sick, but yeah, she's the one.
I'm gonna invite you to.
She had a fucking job.
She moved across the country to live with him, and yes, she took advantage of him. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a great one there. If Phil could pull that off, he'd be in heaven. Dominic, thanks so much for those gifted subs, man. Legendary sub pop. I wonder where we're getting these from. They won't even know. Where are they coming from?
Dude, it's from a Twitch streamer called the Nim.
We don't know. We don't know anything about this.
We don't know anything about. Is this from Piece of Peace? Are you serious? Whoa!
He's a big streamer. He got like 1 million views.
Oh my god! Whoa. This is so cool.
We're going back to prominence, guys. We can pay the bills.
Getting that vibe back.
No. I can't do that. No. I cannot pay bills. Don't forget. We still need the liquidity, guys. We still need that liquidity. And he did say
they buy themselves. They don't grow on trees. Come on, you guys. Steve's ass wants it.
Steve ass wants the payday. Just a reminder, we
For
do
some
have
reason
this.
We decided it's going to be Steve taking it.
I don't know why that happened. We do
unanimous agreement.
We do have a payday goal, guys. If we get
Jason Newsted of this band,
if you donate your payday to us, we will stick a payday candy bar up someone's ass. But you have to vote on it. That's your power as a member. Use your power, guys. You have so much power. Oh my god, you're like a ruler of the world. You can vote on this poll.
Sam's just fucking done.
Sam is questioning whether he wants to be a part of this anymore.
They started this, not me.
Back to $23. No, just kidding. All right, but it's really something, and that's a good point. The last fuck you that hurt me the most, that hurt me for him the most, is when he said, "Fuck, who's this? I don't know who that is." Man, that's bad. Man, that's bad. That's fucking cold, man. And it's not like he's not someone that just donated. He got multiple 20. We're talking emails back and forth. Gave you artwork, shit like this. You know exactly who it is, and you said that. That was, man, that's pretty fucking. That's what DSP is. You know, we all know it, but damn, that was bad.
It just goes to show that his mind instantly goes to an excuse. You know, there's no two ways about it. It's like, oh shit, how can I get out of this? And it's just like the first thing that comes out is like, it doesn't even have to make sense. It's just, oh, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, good point. And it does in so many cases.
Scrambling around.
Right. Yeah. I think this happens when somebody is super sheltered from criticism to the point where you legitimately can't take any of it. So anything that goes against what you think, you need to find immediately a way to block it out and to dismiss it immediately.
Yep.
So for him, the first thing he could go to is like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Despite there being proof of the contrary.
And there's so much, right? He doesn't think. Oh, first of all, we got to shout out Darkson and Phil here with this super chat. $2. This money is for Steve's ass directly. Whoa! You can't choose where the money goes. That's a donation.
No. The money's not going there.
It could go in anyone's ass. You don't get to choose that, Darksea.
Come on, after that, we need to do some money laundering. If you know what I mean. Because that money is gonna be dirty money. It's gonna be blood money, like Keemstar's money.
Somebody asked earlier if we could change it the payday bar for a Toblerone.
Oh, added some inches there. All right.
Dude, you're not gonna like that shape. That shape is terrible. That's a triangle shape going in a round hole that does not compute.
The ridges are the problem.
So many problems there. Yeah.
Ridged for his
just
pleasure.
Partridge vibes. That's what.
Okay.
Go to Dundee.
Yes. Okay, so let's.
There was one thing. Now I see somebody bringing it into chat. When he mentioned about it being like a contract, do you remember this from the emails? Like my part of the contract was fulfilled.
Yeah.
It was the most bizarre shit.
Yes. He has that like lined up, I think, to get that in his mind as DSP legalese. So he's kind of covered. I did my part of the contract. That was so weird.
Oh, but it's the other way when people are like, "Well, we've given you money," and he's like, "But it's not a contract. It's not a contract. It's a tip. You're tipping me. So I don't have to shout you out, and I don't have to give you like this, and I don't have to blow the bubbles or whatever. It's not a contract."
Yeah, but then it is. I guess I don't know.
Then it
right?
is, yeah.
I think that's his trying to cover his ass for PayPal. That's what it is, right? It has to be, right? Like I said this, and they understood. I guess I don't know. Any thoughts there? What could that be? I mean, I guess it has to be trying to cover his ass, but it's the dumbest way to do it possible.
It's I think it's when you get a refund, like a chargeback that states, according to like PayPal, that you didn't get the product that you requested or something. So he's trying to cover his ass like legally.
This isn't the only
and Steve should cover his ass literally.
I was going to say, we're all covering our asses as well.
Yeah, everyone's covering their asses here. We got some. The money for the butt fund is getting high. Barrett's coming in hot. We got.
I think we should read some of them because they're gonna go away. So
yeah, let's read. Let's take a second. Thanks so much. Barrett says a bit more for the butt fund. There you go. We're for Steve's butt fund. Let's be clear there. We get to vote on that though. You have so much power, members. You can vote. All the choices are Steve, by the way, but you can still vote. Different ways to say Steve. Hate Army say today DSP is spending his day off going Stalin on Snorlax King, cutting him out of all the pictures they have together. That's a good one. U.S. Army 77 says Phil does understand he has actually committed a crime with that email with the threatening manner. I wonder, does he doesn't understand there? Do you think that's true? Is that a crime? I'm not going that far, but U.S. Army, if you could elaborate there. I don't know if it's a crime, right? I mean, splitting hairs maybe. I'm sure it's not good. It's not. You can't just say hey, we have a contract, so I did my part. Now you do yours. You can't really do that. I know that's not true, but I don't know.
Though, if someone accuses him of committing a crime, he'll have a long explanation ready as to why he hasn't.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh god. Can you imagine tomorrow's pre-stream? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Moving the goalpost. Everything's coming in this time.
Oh yeah.
I was depressed. I was alcoholic at the same time. They moved the goalposts. I don't know what sport I'm playing, but the goalposts are going all over the place. Okay, I want to address this. I want to address this super chat here. Don't give deadheads like Snorlax attention. This is all fabricated drama. Okay, that's that's an opinion. I love opinions. Cool. I don't know. I'm less to take that right away, right? Like, why not just listen to what they say? And they showed so much stuff, right? I don't know. I don't believe this was for attention is where I'm coming from. Could it be for attention, Snorlax? I saw you in chat. I know. It could be. I don't think it is. Right? I don't think it is.
Just tipped another 1,000 if you wanted attention.
Yes. It's so easy, right? And I don't think it was for attention. I think this was a person that was worried about where they spent their money, really, and they wanted to get it back because they realized their mistake, and they're kind of knowing that they probably can't get it all back, and they're pissed about that. That's my opinion. You can think what you want. Again, I'm not. Opinions are you can choose to make with this what you want, but a lot of people took that opinion, I think, in the detractor sphere on Twitter. And that's totally fine. But from my opinion, talking to him back and forth in DMs for a long time, I don't get that sense. That's me sharing my facts. I'm not guilt tripping anybody. I'm just sharing facts.
I got the impression it was genuine as well. I thought he was a genuine supporter who genuinely gave Phil money because he wanted to help. And then for whatever reason, had an incident where he realized Phil's an asshole and he's, done with him. So it came across as genuine. I don't think it's any sort of like them trying to get one over on us or any sort of play for attention or anything. It just genuinely seemed like legit. So,
and again, me and Steve might be on the opposite spectrum. It might be totally wrong. Snorlax might be in his bedroom laughing like his ass off because we're talking about this much. I don't know. That could be. But who knows? Sam, what's your take on that? Is this a work? Are we being worked here? Are we the butts of the joke here? I keep saying butt as much as possible.
I was going to say, actually, I'm going to change all our alerts now to say, so-and-so donated to such and such to the book fund. That's totally going to be a thing now. Thanks, chat.
Who started it? We got to give him credit.
I think it was you.
Dark City Phil, I think. Dark City Phil was the first direct support for the butt. So yes, some shout outs there. Yeah.
What was the question? Are we being played? No, I don't even know anymore. I'm just
perfect time to move on, I think. No,
yeah.
I think we covered everything else, though. If you have any questions, okay, geez, butt fund money's coming in here. Maybe the Septicron here. Maybe fraud is begging for bills, then the money goes to pools. Other examples where people took donations under false pretenses. But when you do donate money, I think you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want, right? I'm not a legal expert, but I think if you like give someone $5 and say this is a donation to you, they can fucking burn it in front of your face, and there's nothing you could do, right? I mean, it's their money, right? So that's maybe I'm wrong. Someone will probably tell me if I'm wrong, but thanks so much, everybody, for that. But a lot of fun already. Anything before we finish getting to our messages and calls, my friends? Anything other takes we want to let out onto the world?
Word of advice: spend that money on yourself. Just whatever. When in doubt, bust the Velcro wallet out and spend it on yourself. That's it. Instead of spending it on somebody that you don't know if it's a good person, if it's a bad person, or whatever, just spend it on yourself.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Sound advice, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Or
That's
to the butt fund. Who am I to get?
Okay, let's move on. Steve wants to go back to sleep, maybe. We're going to move on. Samuel, my friend, up duty streams. Thank you for my next video. Snorlax Queen will be dumping his disability check on Phil come Monday. PS DSP is a douchebag. PSS, I'm hungry. Thanks so much, duty.
Yeah, that's an important point. Everything from this point on sort of depends on how Snorlax King behaves. Like, so, you know, it's one thing to go, oh, I'm done with Phil and leave and, you know, have a big thing made of it. But, you know, if you're back there in like a couple of days, like Snow Carl, no one cares.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point, Snorlax. So for your benefit,
take some time off. That's what I would do. Take a couple of weeks off. You know?
And what I say is like you can enjoy YouTube streamers without giving a cent. It's so easy, right? To just put the wild away for a while, you know, and just don't pay everybody. Everyone appreciates your just words, you know. So it's totally cool. People falling for this is from Short Vault. People falling for donating to Phil reminds me of people who fall for scammers. Yeah, there is tons of info out there.
Yeah. That scam is on the level of the Nigerian prince scam. It's just so unbelievable, man. And there's so much evidence that contradicts his scams that it's like if you fall for that, it's like what can we say about it?
Yeah,
you fall for it for the obvious scam,
and that's true, right? Ganji Kid with the bounty butt plug. We got the bounty butt plug working on now. Wow, this is getting out of hand here. Hey, I'm on the edge of my seat here, figuring out what's going to happen. But let's go to our first message. I believe, Sam. What do you think, guys? Can we do that? We should get to a call first.
About time. We are a call-in show on this one.
Yes, we are. I guess let's get to a call first. You know, we got a hot one lined up here, and I think it might be better. What do you think, boys? Is that good?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure, let's go.
Let's get him in here.
Caller alert.
Yeah, we need some sound effects. I'll hold up the machine.
1-800-GOUT. Dial now. 1-800.
That reminds me. Actually, I've got to play this 100 likes thingy, haven't I?
Oh yeah, 100 likes coming in hot.
I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
There we go. Thanks, Phil.
We started talking about butts so much, DSP might tune in just for the scat jokes.
That's so true.
So
this might be his favorite podcast, and we talk about him too. It's the best thing.
Oh God! Don't do it to us. All right. Let's go. Okay, now I can see it. All right, Snood, are you with us here? Sorry for ignoring you for a moment there, but are you here?
You dumbass trolls have just been potty walked by DSP yet again. I am so fucking happy that I joined the silent majority last week. That now I am celebrating with my favorite streamer, Darkside Phil. He had over 200,000 subscribers this week. And he got 4,000 viewers on a stream yesterday. My brain is swollen up to 3 sizes in diameter. since joining the silent majority, and I suggest the rest of you join me. And as for the dirty traitor, Snorlax King, you better be writing the longest apology email you've ever seen. Phil will never accept you back if you don't.
Who are you watching these days? Can you tell us an update who you're watching these days?
I've been watching a lot of Disney movies lately. You guys seen that Aladdin movie? That Robin Williams guy is funny.
Thank you,
I
Derek.
prefer Will Smith.
I'm not allowed to watch movies with guys like Will Smith in them. I do have a question for you guys, though.
Yes, please.
Does anybody know where I could find some good pornos?
I don't think you need help with that, to be honest. What do you think?
My friend Derek on Twitter, he can give you the best recommendations. He's a big fan.
You got a link to his Twitter? I could really use some help.
It's
We're not allowed to share
Derek
it.
Loves Tea on Twitter.
Okay. Now, is it possible that this Derek fellow spends only 3 hours a night sweeping, and the rest of the day tweeting at porn stars up to say 7 or 8 times a day?
That could
Very
be
possible, yes.
Yes. He also lets you know if he likes what the male actors do, the female actors do. It doesn't matter. He lets you know who he likes in the scene. I like that.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of guy.
Just in case you didn't read the content of the first tweet, he will repeat it underneath.
Oh yeah, that's the good point. That's the best
Now,
part.
what if I was to like and respond to Derek?
Don't do that.
Are you a porn star?
You go on a list. Don't go on that list, my friend. But all right, my legendary snood call there. Thanks so much, my friend.
Might even go in a playlist. Those playlists are dangerous, man.
Don't look at those videos. Go ahead.
This
Snood.
is Snood from the DSP Wolfpack signing off. Ow!
That was too good, man.
Oh, I
That was
love
too
this show.
Good one, though. Well done.
Oh, man, that was too good. All right,
We're taking over SNL. We're going to replace SNL.
I was trying to think of some good letters, but just DSP rushed to mind. We got to do something better than that. But all right, Sam, let's play a message though before we get to our next caller here. Come on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, should we warn people though? I think we should probably do ones that are more recent though, don't you think? Not to be rude, but I don't know. What do you think, guys? If I'm telling you, if we go to messages from last week, it's going to be like, so wow, the fishing stream was slow. Yeah, it was, but you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I saw quite a few people in the Discord were like, damn, I already sent my message in and all this shit happened.
Yeah,
so I guess,
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can do a speed run in the end like we did last time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. So let's go to like ones that happened like today or yesterday, Sam. Sorry, everybody, for jumping the court. Snood, thanks so much for those.
Big up Snood for the 5 bomb.
Oh, gotta get a soundboard.
Okay, then. Well, I've got a quick one from Ganji Kid here, actually.
There we go.
So,
Sweet.
yeah,
Get him in here.
Is it going to play?
Refresh. Nothing we can do.
Hi, it's Scott, Ganji Kid. It's karaoke time, and you get to choose the song for Phil to sing. What songs are you going to sing, and why? Thanks.
I know what mine is already.
Okay. Go ahead.
My before anyone else has it, I'm singing that "Baby Come Back" act tune for sure.
Fuck. I want some time to think. I can't top that one. That's what I'm worried about. I need my answer to be good. Go ahead.
Holding On for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, because tips have been slow. He's only got $9. There's only half an hour left. So if you want to see the Gunner glasses in the hat, you should really donate now. Of course, you can super chat, but tips
It's a good one.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too.
All I can think about since the last call was Party Rock. Fuck, man. That song is in my head now.
You know what? This is a lame answer. It's not as funny as the other guys at all. But I want him to sing "Squeeze Banana," right? That would be legendary, right? Hearing it in the flesh, Phil, "Squeeze Banana," right? Like imagine he put a video out like that. How many thousands of views would it get? 100,000? We'd be all over that. 1,000, probably, yes. But I mean, the restreamers of it would get a lot of views because that'd be fucking funny. But even if he's not trying to be funny,
he did try, didn't he? At one point, like someone.
Oh, well done, Dogmatic. Bills.
Oh, that's good.
yes.
Yeah, that's good. Man. There's so many good ones. If I had an extra hour to think, I'd have some funny shit, I promise. That's the biggest cop out ever.
I'm
I'd be
intrigued to
funny
hear
in the
him.
future.
I'm
Go ahead,
intrigued to
Sam.
hear his Depeche Mode. I didn't catch that one.
Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I was doing a fishing stream, my favorite, which are going away sadly, and we do have a short coming up about that. But let's get to our next call here. Always brings the fire. Hot takes are coming. They're guaranteed when you get this man in the booth. Michael Johnson bringing the fire. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, I guess we have to go to, how Phil has been once again proving that how he treats his his people who pay him. If you give him issues, he basically will out you or get rid of you.
Yep.
As we've seen with his relationships, how he treated Leanna, and boy does he show that he never loved Leanna. And let's just say that we don't know how long Kat has, but I give it at least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if she can still fit outside the house, by the way.
Okay. Go on. I know you're not done. Go ahead.
But it does feel like but with more he's doing these dumb things, and a lot as well as, obviously he's going to keep on thinking these gimmicks are going to work, that the boss stuff is going to finally catch up to them. I know a lot of people say Phil had a lot of pig roach luck, but let's be honest. Remember, he got ad set screwed with him until he tried to do some dummy AdSense. Machinima finally got rid of him. Curse got rid of him. Twitch got rid of him. His friends deserted him. His ex deserted him. Phil may have, I think, as much people want to give him the idea he has this luck that can only last very long. And given the fact that he's not doing anything interesting, he's giving us boring bass fishing, a very uncomfortable Disney play through a Disney game, and also he's playing Gotham Knight, where that game is doing badly. You could have played something else. I still want my Persona 5 Royal return, even though he still cried about the Atlas strikes, which. Yes, there's a whole situation, there are the rules, especially back then and now. Mm-hmm. But what's stopping him now? What's really stopping him? All we really got to do is just play up to December, say, okay, I'm going to come back here when the rules have settled, then we're going to come back then. Mm-hmm. Or just find something new. Like, these playthroughs are not doing anything. He got mad about Scorn. He's really struggling to find anything interesting.
Yep.
And when we get to Halloween, which... next week, I will actually be, if he has a day off on Thursday and Friday, I will be sending a message because I will be doing something Phil can never do. Hang out with people.
All right, man. Thanks for bringing the fire as always, my friend. I will let you go, all right?
You too. Bye.
Yep. There you
Thanks,
go. Michael is bringing the heat as always. Michael always has the takes for us. Let's go, Sam. Next message, please.
So here we are. Want to hear one from a familiar voice?
Yes, I think I do.
That. Here we go.
Hey guys, Ann here. I wanted to make a comment regarding the fans and loyalty. What some people don't understand or may have glossed over during the original leaks of Phil's Discord by Anonymous was the fact that it was revealed that DSP loves to keep both his regulars and his trolls around on a very short leash. He loves troll tippers because it gives him something to be angry about, and they're consistent in giving him money. More so than his regular fans. That's why people like Snow Carl never really get banned. DSP has been notorious on keeping tabs on his regular and generous supporters and gives several key indicators when they need to come in and help right away. There's a rotating group of folks that helped during the night streams when they were trying to keep the vest streak alive, even with some of them admitting that they were kept in rotation on call to help when it was their turn. During the infamous Jasper reveal marathon, he had noted weeks later that he had someone lined up to give him $1,000. So everybody who was coming in to tip him were basically tricked into donating more than what the actual goal was. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called the 2K Jasper scam. Mm-hmm. Finally, DSP also treats his fans like employees, tasking them with liking, viewing, commenting on videos they don't even give a shit about. And it's just to inflate his dwindling views. He loves tricking folks into giving just a little bit more to reach the next step of a goal, regardless of how much somebody just gave a minute prior. This is why Phil lets people know he's going to be off streaming. He wishes everyone to have a good day off, like employees at a job. Unfortunately, none of this is new.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm there coming in hot, and they're all good points. We mentioned a lot of them already because definitely it's an employee relationship, and the best example is the fucking investor meeting after. It's like, how'd you guys do? All right, let's talk about how you get today. Well, 3 was fine. Fuck that. Let's talk about the more important thing. Tips. How was that? That's literally how it goes. How well did you do today? It's not about how I did, how much fun we had. It's how did you do today? And what does he say? I can't complain. Isn't that the fucking worst? That's like, you didn't do good, but you didn't do great. I can't complain, right? That's another just slap in the fucking face that people take every day.
Yeah.
It's a really passive-aggressive thing as well, and it's very subtle, but it's like, oh, well, you did okay. I can't complain at how much money you've given me. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Very passive-aggressive. But I'd like to, and missed a very, to quote a often overused word now, pertinent example. Phil was angling for a PC. At the same time, behind the scenes, he was talking to Rich, because Richard offered him one.
Yeah.
So he only got mad about that when Rich sort of mentioned it publicly. Because Phil was like, how dare you reveal private information? I didn't tell you that you could talk about that publicly. But he was probably still going to milk his whales for a PC while waiting for Rich to send that. If Rich was legitimately going to send him a PC, Phil wouldn't have said, oh, by the way, guys, it's all right. You don't have to give us some money now. We don't need to worry about it. I've sorted something out with Rich. It's fine. Instead, he was going to milk him for all he could. Just like he did with all the other examples that Anne mentioned.
He did have a guy lined up already, volunteering to give him what was it, 3,000? And I guess that was the budget. And he did all he could during that week of meandering and searching for components and having a quote unquote discussion with chat to try and fill in that budget of 3,000. And then when Rich came out and said he was going to send him a pretty decent PC, a very good PC for free.
Yeah, for what
then that guy, I think he got cold feet and he pulled out.
Yeah, remember his excuse was, why did you tell everyone you're going to give me something?
Yeah.
If you're going to give me something, I don't care who you tell.
It's like it's that he was having this conversation in private. They were talking, personally, privately. It wasn't something public. Phil wasn't happy about it being made public because he wanted to keep it hidden from everyone. So
it has to be controlled in his email, in that fucking Hotmail, whatever it is. It has to be controlled in that environment. That is his environment where he does everything, right? He does streams or email. Everything else, get the fuck out. You want to call me? What, are you crazy? I'm busy. I have a stream 4 hours a day.
I
have a stream.
It's derailing. I'm sorry, but they should have called him.
I know.
Still got his number.
I know. Yeah.
Should have called him right then.
I know.
3 rings,
so awesome.
hang up, straight to answer phone. It would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah,
should have done it.
We'd love to hear that. I got a shout out to the super chat here. Special super chat from Snorlax King, the man we were talking about earlier. He says, "Big ups. Thank you for covering this objectively and getting the story out there. I doubt I'll get anything back, and I don't deserve to get it back. But I hope this will wake up others from pignosis." So Snorlax, thanks so much for that, my friend. And I hope that stays true for you, and you don't, don't turn back, right? Don't turn back. Just keep walking forward, my friend. But we have Lefty in the chat here. Lefty, you're a legendary caller as always. How's it going today?
Good. My mind was focused. I was on my grind, and then Snood came in and gave that performance. Now I'm shook. I don't remember what I was going to talk about. You're saying he can't complain, but that's all he does is complain. That's like his entire business model. He complains, and then he gets money, and then he complains more, and he gets more money.
His complaining is just stating facts, though.
Oh, yeah.
The facts are that he wants money.
I want to echo what Duty posted earlier and kind of what Meerkat was saying earlier about that. We've seen it, the same situation with the drama of the hour before, where a dude, gives Phil a bunch of money and then he's like, "Oh, I see the light, you guys. Totally, I see what I've done. I was an idiot." And then a week later is giving him money, and I think it's totally different and way more plausible in this case, because this is somebody that it admitted that he started with "this is how you don't play" and then went into the brainwashing and was still willing to give him money. So I would like to make a wager with anybody on the panel right now that's willing to take me up on this. I bet that within the next month, so by November 20th, that Snorlax is going to give DSP a non-zero amount of money. And the wager is 5 of the juiciest post-nasal drip, vibe back from 2017, back problems, Seattle Air. I worked at a helicopter company. Lean in and play WWE champions. Snorts. You can possibly muster over the air.
I was gonna say, what candy bars are you thinking about? But yeah, that's a good bet. Yours is better, I think. So yeah, I'm in the camp of he won't. Is anyone in the camp that he will?
Yeah.
What was your timeline again, Lefty?
1 month, November
1
20th.
month. Anyone on this panel, Sam, Steve, or Meerkat, want to take that?
No.
No.
That should be pretty telling right there.
I am with you
actually,
in principle, but history has not been kind to people like this. So I genuinely hope he does sort of like stop and like it takes a couple of weeks away from the internet, away from Phil, away from detractors. You know, that's probably the best way of him not coming back. But history has not been kind to people who've gone, no, I'm done with Phil, and made a big thing of it because there's an OIC, there's a Snow Carl, there's always somebody like that. So.
Yeah. But I think we're saying we all think he won't, but you think he will, right, Lefty?
I think he will give him money. I think he'll go back
as well. I think Meerkat.
Oh yeah. Oh, Meerkat. Which camp are you in? Yeah, you and he will donate.
I don't think he's gonna give him any more money. I don't think he's gonna deal with that because once you see him for what he is, like DSP, once you see him for the person that he is, you can't really go back and support him more.
But isn't that what happened when he watched This Is How You Don't Play? Because that's what he started on. This is not like a Derek that got brainwashed from the beginning. He saw both sides and chose that side, and now he's choosing this side. So that it's a broken record.
Maybe because This Is How You Don't Play don't go into like the whole, hey, Phil is an arsehole and he's a narcissist. It's that one game, and it's the bad gameplay over that. It's not necessarily look, here's ways Phil scams people, and
exactly.
So you can see him sort of falling in and thinking, you know what, I'll give Phil a chance then. So
yeah, because I don't know how this exact outsider This Is How You Don't Play was, but some This Is How You Don't Plays could be not from from a detractor, right? Just like all funny stuff Phil says. I know some of them are very some of them are more I don't want to say aggressive, but more making fun of Phil than others, right? Some just say Phil messed this up, that messes up. Okay, it's kind of funny. Let me check out who did this. There is people that do that,
Yeah, I think with the modern ones is more a mix between the gameplay and the other toxic stuff, because the toxic stuff is weaved into the gameplay. But the older This Is How You Don't Play is mostly about him just being bad at games.
And it's the rage, isn't it? Because you don't get the rage anymore because he has chat. So instead the focus shifts to the toxic behavior. Whereas the older ones, it's all gameplay, and it's all stuff like him failing to crouch jump or him not knowing how to
the golden era is now dead.
Because of chat. Yeah.
Fucking
I guess we'd have to get more actual details on which ones he watched to see, because like you said, the toxicity is kind of woven in now. It's kind of unavoidable if you watch This Is How You Don't Play from the last 4 or 5 years. But if it was the original MGS2 where it's just rage, then maybe you guys are right. But I still stick to it.
All right, Lefty, we're all taking the bet. So
it's on record.
Okay. Before I go, I just want to let you guys know that the Cinderella has 2 stepsisters whose names are Anastasia and Drizella.
We'll catch you later, Derek.
Are they hot?
All right, real quick.
So many Dereks.
Breaking news here. Snood has donated $5. This goes towards not putting a payday in Steve's butt.
Thank you, Snood.
We're pulling out the payday a little bit here. But, all right, I want to get this next caller in here. Right, back-to-back calls
Pastor
here.
Miller's in chat, so can we not do with the butt stuff right
This is someone very special for today, especially. They go by the name of DJ Bruno. And I know everyone in chat, you know who DJ Bruno is. And this is someone that had to deal with the same thing that Snorlax did as well. But DJ Bruno, I'm going to give you the floor first, of course, and then I might have a question or two for you after that. But go ahead, DJ Bruno.
Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're doing well, everyone in chat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do have to rely on the philosophy or the policy, that Ludwig brought up the other day, where you have to give people a certain amount of time before you can accept, in quotes, their opinion on Phil, because there is a high chance they might go back, which a couple of years ago did happen to me as well before I actually broke out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand where he's coming from. And I would apply to Snorlax King in this case. So, since it's so recent. What I also want to talk about is, which is, I'm derailing the call now. Phil having absolutely no respect for any developer out there after he played Scorn. He obviously did not understand the game from the get-go, since it was a Doom clone, but I thought we don't play knockouts, but we still played this one, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
He still expected it to be. And then at the end, someone said there were multiple endings. Since he didn't like it, he didn't understand it anyway. There was an upgrade system which he completely missed, which would have helped him throughout the game. They were like, there was 27 upgrades he missed. Like, holy crap! It's such a short game. You missed 27 of those.
Yeah. I was just like, we know where to go. Go ahead.
And then, then go wailing out on the poor, like, I'm going to say poor devs, but wailing out on the developers. The next day coming on, it was because I was frustrated and I went overtime. I sacrificed time with my wife, and no tips came in. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? And, so it's the viewers' fault why you were angry? And the developers are bad. Yeah. It's their fault. It's not my fault. It's their fault. Your fault. It's.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Double down. Remember that one? That was that fucking Scorn streak, like you said. And he on that was the most toxic he's probably ever been. Right? Ever been. He said that shit like, "Of course I'm upset. I stayed 30 minutes and didn't get anything out of it."
Oh yeah.
That was his word. I didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it was worse than when he called people
Pokemon
lazy
one.
on the Minecraft stream.
Yeah.
Pokemon Minecraft. Yeah.
It was Sun and Moon, wasn't it? When he was at the end of the stream and he was like, "Wow, look at the viewers," and nobody's coming up. And yeah, I think it was.
And Uncle Stevenson in the chat saying, "Yeah, he played the game on level 1, never got any upgrades."
Yeah, and then he just, as usual, Phil, and the chat. I guess the chat didn't know enough about the game, so he avoided that situation because usually his chat's handholding is handholding to the max, right? So he wouldn't miss that kind of shit. But for some reason, this game they didn't tell him what to do, and he was just like, "Man, that was something." I stayed 30 minutes afterwards, didn't get anything out of it. That's it, Fuck.
Yeah, I meant to look into that game actually because obviously I'm a big Alien fan and obviously it's Giga inspired and all the rest of it. And I wanted to know because all I've heard about it is Phil's reaction and obviously it was a completely toxic negative response towards the end of the game. And I was like, surely not. But I meant to look into because he was saying, I'm sure I heard him say, everyone's saying it's bad or something like that, and I was like, really, is that true? And I meant to look into it but didn't. I just wondered if anyone had their own opinion on the game.
Mm-hmm. And okay, go ahead, Rita. Oh, Sam, sorry, Steve.
Hi,
Steve. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, I've just heard that generally the sort of like aesthetic and the puzzles and everything are fine, but the combat is a bit iffy. But I would imagine like if there's upgrades and things, it's tolerable, I guess. I suppose if you've played like Inner Chains or Agony, you'll probably get like a sort of feel for how it is. But it's not Doom. It's a bit slower paced, and combat isn't as constant. So it's more about the atmosphere and the level design and it being Giga inspired and basically everything looking like a penis or a vagina. So
we wondered about that.
Phil didn't say anything about that. There was no mention of it.
I was well expecting that. I was expecting a lot of like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, who would have guessed the puzzle game has puzzle bosses?
I know. Oh yeah, I know. This is a puzzle style boss.
Oh my god. A puzzle game left him puzzled.
I love when someone says what to do and he says, "Why would I have known that? You're not supposed to fucking know it." What the fuck? You're supposed to try stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a boss. Here's the instructions that you read before you fight the boss, and then go in. Is that what you want? All right. Anyways, DJ Bruno, quick question before I let you go.
Yeah.
Now, did you get into Phil from like the detractor side or true fan side in the beginning? Right. Well, the first thing you saw of Phil was just cool. He's a cool gamer, or did you watch from the detractor side?
No, I watched. I started watching back in 2008. I don't even think there was this detractor stuff back then.
No, it's very.
So the first thing I watched was his Fallout 3 playthrough.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's his original one. I'm not sure if there was detractor stuff back then, if it even existed.
And then real quick, we gotta go. We got so many people to get, but I want to ask, like, along the way, before you finally, had that incident and then said "fuck it," were you starting to think Phil was deteriorating? Like, oh shit, he's really begging for a lot of money, or did you just never see that because you were a fan and said, you know what? I mean, he's got to make the money for his business or whatever. What were your thought process? I guess like.
My mistake was, he does ask for a lot of money, and my thought process was, I'm not giving I'm not giving so much anyway, so why would I care? Which is the wrong way to tackle this, because it doesn't change the fact that he still wants this amount of money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, DJ, as always, thanks for your call, and I'm sure I'll talk to you again, hopefully.
See you guys. Have fun.
Yep.
Later, man.
I want to get to. I found a J.F. Cromwell's question. He did ask this a while ago. Sorry, J.F. Cromwell. Should have asked this a long time ago. It's a great question. I said that question is so awesome. I put it on the list, and then I didn't put it on the list. So my fault. I'm an asshole. I was pushing buttons. Nothing's happened. Sorry. But the question is, DSP has been talking about. And actually, someone else brought this up. DSP has been talking about mortality a lot, right? Sam brought this up, and he said these days he's kind of saying like, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm going to be. He talked using the words like passing away, right? And also he referenced private health conditions. That is true. He did say that a while ago. So what do you think's going on, right? That's the question. Do you think maybe there is? We kind of hypothesized about this earlier, but I don't think everyone's here. So do you think maybe the walking is because of something? Maybe something the doctor said? Hey, you better pick it up, man. Like it's not going well. I mean, that would make sense, but I'll take any thoughts from the panel. Meerkat, I don't think you were there. We talked about that, so I'll throw it to you first.
I noticed these weird like marks on his hand. They was posted all over Twitter. They were very evident. I don't know what's happening to him, but of course it's inevitable. I mean, look at the guy; he's like falling apart in real time. So I don't know what's going on with him. There's been a lot of speculation, but who knows, man? Someday he's gonna come up with it. He's gonna beg a lot, and that's gonna be the future of his streams. It's gonna be, I'm dying, guys. Please tip.
Can you imagine? Someone had a joke on Twitter saying like, all right, guys, but Social Security hits in 2 years. Just got to get there.
$50 and I'll take me medicine.
At least for once he's going to have a goal, like a long-term goal of something to achieve.
That's actually true, yes. Finally,
unlike the 10-year plan that got scrapped like a few months after that.
Oh, yeah. That's why his mom gave him money, too, remember, is they agreed on this 10-year plan. Thanks, Mom. Get fucked. 10-year plan? Get the hell out of here. I got a cat plan. That's what I got. And she's staying here. And she's not working or anything, but yeah, I still need to buy paper plates and sushi. So get fucked, Mom. Anyway, Sophie, thanks for your question. Yeah. Phil makes Wings of Redemption look like Elon Musk. I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's accurate. I think no one would argue. No one can argue with the statement that Wings of Redemption is a much, much better gamer than Phil. Just on that metric alone, I think, right? Like,
plus Sophie raises a good point that he can't really improvise. He can't like think well. Can't think quickly. Can't make stuff up. He can't adapt. He's very bad at that. So,
and if see that a lot. If they don't tell you exactly what to do, this game didn't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
That's so incredible. Who wants a game like that? Think about it. All right. Jimmy's in the house here. I'm going to caller rush here. I kind of feel I want to get to the callers here. You've been waiting a long time here. But Jimmy, legend, what you got for us today, my friend? Are you there? Did you fall asleep?
It's all right if you did.
Yep.
We all do it.
Happens to the best of us. Oh, Jimmy's got to go to Band World. I'm leaning in. All right, Jimmy, I'll get you after the next caller, my friend. I promise I'll check you again. Here is another legend that we have lined up. We all know him. We all love him. Goes by the name of Prophet. How you feeling, my friend?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
You're good.
Hey,
what's up, man?
Sorry here. I'm at my place of business, so I just got to hide for a second.
Okay.
I got two questions. One, this payday thing that's going on. I always thought that it was going up Steve's ass regardless. Always in the beginning, it was going to be up Steve's ass.
Yeah. Well, no, we want to give our members some kind of power, right? We have to pretend we have the power. We have polls, but it's all the same. We just write Steve different ways. Steve's going to get it. Don't worry.
Okay. Now, but I thought also that if I donated my robust paycheck, that's how it would go down. Now, the question is this going to happen live on stream,
Oh,
Or is this
absolutely.
going to be some like Patreon scam video that I'm going to have to react to?
Yeah, we'll film it and then react to it, and we got to take a week off though because we got to record it. All right, so the Sunday after we get it, we got to take off because we got to record it. It takes the whole day. You know that
Okay,
goes.
and Steve's gonna have to take a week off, and next time you see him, he's gonna be standing up for unknown reasons.
Well, we have to get Derek to clean up though afterwards.
Oh, I love Steve's new
Because-
payday job.
Okay, my real question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what went down yesterday with the fucking view box and all that bullshit?
Yeah.
The stream. Now, I've been answering like a ton of comments today, and there's a lot of people picking sides that Phil knew it was going to go down, or Phil didn't know it was going to go down.
Okay.
What are your guys' stance on? Did Phil know or didn't he know?
I think a lot of talk about this. This was one of the most interesting kind of points, right? Is did he know about it or did he not know about it? I'll go last this time because it looks like maybe you have some thoughts there, Steve. So I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, I am convinced that he knew. His immediate response was, "I don't know anything. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. It could be anybody that's raided me. I'm just the humble streamer trying to play his game in peace and have a fun, chill, relaxing, positive interaction with you guys. No idea what's going on. Got nothing to do with it. Not me." So immediately you're like, it's easy to get it away. That was just such a nervous tell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sam, you're up.
I can be swayed either way, I think, but and I know it was a big raid, but it is incredibly unusual for him to want anything to do with his chat. So the fact that he was so quick to open it up to everyone and all the rest of it kind of makes me think he was kind of overcompensating for something. But yeah, I'm somewhat kind of like Phil. I'm on the fence about this one. Unsurprisingly.
All right, Meerkat.
I don't think he knew, because he spent like 20 minutes probably trying to figure out who sent these people, because that's a lot of people. And when 2,000 people show up in your chat, that means somebody with at least 4,000 to 5,000 people watching live would be sending those people. And no one knew. Nobody in chat could tell him who sent those people. So they were obviously not real. And I don't think he knew about this happening.
I'm also in the middle. I'm gonna pull a Phil here and say both sides, but I can tell you one thing: there was legitimate fear in his actions, right? Legitimate fear. Maybe not fear is a little strong, but uncertainty if this was correct or not. You know what I'm saying? Like if this was a good idea for him to, build this up, right? He's like, okay, wow, I got a lot of viewers, a lot of memberships, but there was no real joy that we see sometimes. He wasn't in clown mode, if you notice, guys. There was no clown mode there because he started thinking, oh shit, this might not be a positive. There might be some nefarious thing going on here. So I don't think he knew about it. Probably, if I had to, you had to push me down to make a guess. I don't think he knew about it, or at least it didn't go as he was planning it to go, because it got out of hand. Probably, maybe he thought, like, I have 4,000 people watching me. This does not look good. You have to think about that, right? You have to be like, well, yeah, I just don't think he would agree to that either if it was planned, right? Would you agree to 4,000 viewer bots? You wouldn't.
No.
If it was planned, you'd say, all right, let's get 1,000 in here, and then that'll be enough for you to do your sub bob, right?
We also have to mention the sub bots, because there was what was it, like 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, new subs to the channel that then dropped immediately.
Yeah,
so that
close
was
to
very
20.
bizarre.
So yeah, that's worth mentioning too. Is that all right? But Prophet, what's your take? Let's hear
My take is I agree with Sam. I think Phil wouldn't open up his chat the way he did because a lot of us got gifted memberships. Like a lot of detractors that were in there got gifted memberships. I did. Did that being said, get one?
No, somehow.
I know you were in. Yeah, I don't know how you guys could get one. But I know a bunch of us got it. And I think if Phil was really adamant on using the view bots to get memberships and scam YouTube and everything, he wouldn't do it if the detractors were going to be able to troll him even more. Because now we can skew the polls, right? The member-only polls. We can vote on those.
Yeah.
True.
And we can nominate games that he's going to hate to play that may end up him having to play. So I just can't see him, he figured it out that it was view bots, but he didn't do anything to stop it.
Fair. Fair.
And then when I asked him that question, and he fucking attacked me in chat about "fuck you, you idiot," and you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not to blame because I didn't do it, and it's like, but that's Phil's response to everything. I did everything right. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was maybe he saw some comment that made him think like, oh shit, hold on a second, he's right. That could be bad, right? And then all of a sudden it switched, right? He was still wondering if it was real or not for a long time. You know that.
Yeah, because he got scared.
Because he's like, is this Nerm or whatever, Nim or whatever? Is it Nim? I think someone named Nim did this. Cool, and then it was kind of like, I'm not sure. And then he still said, like the stream. He's like, okay, we got 600 likes. I don't know. He was still trying to figure it out. Like the last person to figure out Santa's fake, Phil's that guy, right? Mm-hmm. The one that's 14 is like, the 14-year-old's like, you know what? Maybe it's not real. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to keep our we're not going to put a fire on Christmas morning because you never know. You might have to get down there. Phil's that guy. And he was the last to the party here as well. And I don't know. Go ahead, Sam.
Maybe someone can clear this up, and maybe having Prophet on the line is a good time to bring this up. And but I've been meaning to ask someone. These people aren't real, obviously. They're bots. So why? The theory is that they're there so that they can accept members, because if he drops all these members, there aren't enough people in his chat to accept them. But I thought these people had to opt in. Are we saying that these bots are now,
like capable of
opting in? Like, that's the part that I don't understand about this. Like,
so
maybe they are, but yeah.
There's a couple avenues that can be done through YouTube view bots, and I'm kind of hesitant to do the video on it because I don't want YouTube to come down on me basically telling people how to increase their views. But basically, you have just your normal view bot that just gives the view, right? So Phil's normal views are between 200 and 500, then he jumped up to 5,600. Then you have your more sophisticated bots that use their own like AI algorithm, if you want to put it that way, that can respond with like yes, no. They can click the like button. It's similar to how you have the scalpers that buy like all the GPUs during the pandemic, right? They can do all the purchasing, right? It's not difficult to do, but it is difficult.
Yeah,
if it sounds right. Then you have your AI algorithm bots. Now, the way YouTube works, if you want to get a membership, you have to have a channel set up on YouTube, and that channel must opt in.
Got you.
On Phil's channel. If you're watching Phil's Chill stream, if you're watching that stream, you'll have your opt-in button, right?
Yeah.
And then you can get your gifted membership. Now, you don't have to be a sub or anything to do that for the 24 hours. You can just get it like I did yesterday.
Right.
Now, again, that's just like the scalper bots. It's very easy to do. They can just accept that gifted membership, but they have to create that channel on YouTube, which is probably the real difficult part. This is where I say maybe somebody paid a company, because they'll have a company that will have like 50 or 100 employees, and you can pay a fee, and then those 50 or 100 employees will come into your channel, but they're real people with real channels, so it's very hard to police, basically. And those people will have their own channels or a company-provided channel, and that's how Phil probably got some of the members. I do suspect that a lot of the people that were there were, when he opened the floodgates, to say, those are the people that got the memberships, because I believe there were a lot of more people that came in when subscriber only mode went down.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think a lot of people, everybody smelled blood and kind of jump in there and see if we can get a gifted membership. But I think it was Team Ico Gamer that was doing it all. I don't think OIC or Emil or anybody else was involved. I think it was all Team Ico Gamer. Probably because he dropped like $1,600 Canadian yesterday on all the gifted memberships.
Yep.
Like, that was insane. So, but there is ways that view bots, they're getting more sophisticated as time goes on. With new AI technology, it's going to get even bigger.
I figured as much. Yeah, I just I've not ever got a gifted membership or opted into a channel, so I don't know. I don't even know how that sort of works. But yeah, I figured there'd be some sort of more sort of intelligent botting going on here.
Well, neither did I. Like, I had no idea on how to opt in because I've never done it before. I asked on Discord, and as soon as I opted in, I got a gifted membership. So I was just like, okay.
All right, Prophet. Thanks for your knowledge as always, my friend.
All right.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you,
man.
guys. Have a good one.
Big ups, man. See you around.
Yeah, I thought at first when I first saw the view bots, I was like, oh shit, maybe someone's trying to add this fuel to the fire for the notice to YouTube, right? Like this guy's doing some shit. He's definitely guilt tripping for memberships. The day before that was the hardcore night of like, yeah, of course I'm upset. And then that happened, but then the sub bomb happened right afterwards, and it's like, all right, that's not a coincidence. This is definitely the work of one person. I thought that's my thinking, but
seems that way.
I think that might be why he panicked, because he was probably expecting that. He was like, look, I've had a moan, and then he'll have gone and sort of like DM someone, probably OIC. It's like, find a way to give me this money. I want this money. If I'm feeling shit tomorrow, I expect a lot off you. And they sort of conjure up that. Maybe they conjure up that. Maybe they're like, okay, well, you know what? Right. We'll put up the views, and then we'll, do huge sub bombs, and you can get all that money that way. It's like, great, yeah, okay. Probably expected a couple hundred, because that doesn't seem too out of reach. He gets a lot for his drama streams, and he's like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And then thousands come in, and he's like, shit, I did not expect this many people. I didn't expect this number. This is going to cause people are going to notice now. Detractors are going to notice. Rather than just a couple hundred here or there, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people are going to notice. So I think maybe that's why he panicked.
I figure since the process of opting into a membership, creating a channel, all of those is a standard process, always works the same. It wouldn't be that hard for you to script it and to make a bot actually do those actions. And if I had a service that was selling bots, I would price them differently. So the bots that could become a member and the bots that could subscribe, they would cost more, and so on and so forth, like the levels of sophistication. Yep. So I don't think it would be that hard for somebody to make a bot that could allow all these things to be possible.
Mm-hmm.
So
Makes sense. I will get one more caller in before we get to some messages here, but we got a legendary caller in the house. Clickbait, what you got for us today?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? First off, Snarlack King, if he's still here, I don't care. No sympathy, no empathy for your ass. All right, first off, you watched it, This Is How You Don't Play, and even if whatever version you watch, you sat there and sat in this man's stream. You heard the greed, you heard the fucking shitty ass lies, and you still fell for pignosis? I don't feel sorry for your ass. You got. Now, here's something that might be helpful from your boy Smith.
All right, cool.
You got all those emails of him literally bullying and harassing you. That's kind of weird. What YouTuber does that?
I hope not many else, yeah.
He's already proven that we know behind the scenes he's out there messaging these motherfuckers, probably doing the same shit he did to this jabroni, and just literally just out here bullying them. He knows he's got weak-minded dents because we heard him apologize profusely to Phil, so he knows how to intimidate these fucking dents.
Mm-hmm.
So show those emails to PayPal, and maybe you'll get all your money back. You really want to do something interesting. Secondly, because he would have a case. Because where in the terms of service does it say now that you exchange money, you now have to have correspondence? How's that a fucking thing?
Mm-hmm.
We over here corresponding with people about, hey, where you been with my money? Who does that? Like I said, YouTube should get a look at that too. Where in the terms of service does it say you get to engage with your audience outside of YouTube time?
Especially in a manner
he's literally bullying, harassing these people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was all bullying and harassment right there, and intimidation.
Oh yeah, it was definitely intimidation. Like, whoa, where you been? Where you been, man? That's pretty bad.
He's actively shaking these dents down.
Yeah.
As far as the fucking the snort bots that showed up yesterday, like we were talking last night, a couple of detractors, and it's like, I'm saying these definitely should be held accountable, because he might not known they were bots at first, because he was definitely on that kind of shaky ground that we know how he gets when he gets more than 1,000 viewers. He froze up because he doesn't know how to entertain a large audience.
No. He
froze up. He froze up for a minute. Once that tech dude told him to open up the floodgates and let him in, and then he starts going, okay, who are you guys? And he's waiting for people to just harass him. He opened the door and nobody said anything. One person told him to get a job, and then a bunch of us were just saying things. Even I sent him a message, and I didn't say nothing mean to him. I was being nice, and I got shadow banned. So once he realized that they were bots, you shouldn't have accepted none of those gifted memberships.
Mm. Oh yeah. Real quick, let me say. And this yesterday when he realized it was all bad in the night stream, everything's bad except the memberships he got. All that shit is bullshit. Oh man, the views, they won't do anything. It's all nothing. All the subs, they're all gonna go away. No mention of memberships that he got for all those same bots.
Yeah,
it was just
from a bunch of bots. So it's like, so even if he sat there and the rest of the night and tried to distance himself and try to, escape accountability that he had no knowledge of this, still actively on your stream. We can go back to the video of you contemplating everything. Once you come to the realization that these weren't real, you should have stopped everything, turned off the monetization, and you're sitting here yesterday talking about, I'll get in contact with YouTube if this continues. No, you get in contact with them now. Are you gonna wait? You're gonna wait while your shit's sitting there, your sub numbers is fluctuating up and down like a goddamn heart monitor. And you sit there, well, if it's still the same way Friday, I'll reach out to YouTube. Yeah, while everybody's sitting here reporting your punk ass.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, so I don't care. Like, he can sit there all day and say he had no knowledge. You still sat there and accepted the money, even though it was blatantly obvious that all this was fabricated. This shit was too random to be random.
Oh yeah, that's clear.
So like, fuck all. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. DSP, waste of white skin. Waste of white skin.
Clickbait, we'll let you drop
Was
the mic
it like
on that.
beige, translucent at the moment?
Clickbait always brings the heat. All right, Sam, you got a message for us, or should we keep going with the callers? We got. By the way, we have to go to speedrun mode, my friends. We're almost at the top of the hour here, and we're going speedrun mode. So I hope everyone's understanding of that. But Sam, any messages from today or yesterday to go through?
Yeah, only a few from today actually. So
okay,
let's do Dragon Zero.
Hey, how's it going? That Being Said podcast. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for the content that you guys put up on a weekly basis. This has become one of my favorite channels, and big ups to everyone. My question is regarding PayPal. So as you guys know, our boy Phil got banned from Streamlabs, and he has been asking people to send him money directly through PayPal. And, he's doing all his stupid animations manually and all that. But my question is regarding, the TOS and a possible ban by PayPal and YouTube. Because, he is pretty much lying on how PayPal works and what information they display on PayPal once you send someone money. And I'm not sure, what are you guys' thoughts on this? And, at this point, why YouTube or PayPal haven't done anything to him? Because he's clearly violating like their TOS and actually doxing people. Like he gets their information, and honestly, I don't know why YouTube or PayPal haven't looked at this and said like, hey, this guy is actually like doxing people, pretty much. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on this, and if you think Phil will get some sort of punishment in the future or not. Like, just wanted to hear your thoughts. That was my question. Thank you so much. Big ups to everyone.
All right, Meerkat, I'll let you handle this one. What do you think about this? This is so outside of my realm of like, I don't want to say like care, but it's like kind of not worth worried about for me. That's my take on that. Like TOS and everything. It's just like, if something happens, it's going to happen. He'll get in that computer chair. He'll start the rock, and it'll be funny. Until that day, I don't worry about it. But go ahead, Meerkat. Let you handle it.
Yeah, with the PayPal stuff, I don't really know about the doxing. Doxing is a serious offense. I don't know if he's actually doxing people, because that means that he takes their information from PayPal and uses it to actually publish it somewhere, right, where it's not supposed to be. I know for a fact, of course, he looks at people's emails and names to verify if the tip is in fact coming from a particular PayPig. That we know for certain. He's contradicted himself plenty of times in the past on what kind of information he can see. First, it was he couldn't see anything. Then it was the information you provide, so you should lie about it, which is that is, as far as I know, a violation of TOS. And when it comes to YouTube, I think he's on a list of people that get reported a lot, because I'm sure that all of his streams get reported at least a couple of dozen times.
Oh yeah.
So at this point, YouTube kind of ignores it, but at some point, like with the bot stuff, it's gonna get serious, and he has to face some repercussions, because that shit is definitely against the rules. So I guess we just see how that pans out. You know, like you said, if something happens, you're gonna jump on that chair and wobble for like 2 hours and text support and
drill a hole into the ground with this thing.
Yeah.
Anyone else to add there before we move on here? Sam, looks like you might have something there.
Yeah, not really. Just kind of like think that maybe I feel like sometimes with these, you know, where people will report him and eventually one will get through, I feel like that just maybe he's got a bit lucky in that respect with these two companies, with PayPal and YouTube, and just the right person hasn't looked into it, or, you know, just I feel like there might be an element of that. But also, yeah, like what Meerkat says, I think there's probably that many reports coming in constantly that it's just like, oh, it's this guy again, yeah, whatever. You know, we won't bother with this. It's, you know, this is just Darkside Phil being Darkside Phil again.
Yeah, there was
right.
large amount of
I
people.
think another thing is he privates the stream, so it's kind of hard for you to clip a part of his stream that is actually genuinely a part of his stream from his channel and send it to somebody who's going to look at it before it's gone. So if they see a clip from, I don't know, Snort Burnell or Shinko or us or whatever, they're not going to take it as seriously as a clip that comes straight from his channel. Like the begging the other day, he put that stream unlisted, so plenty of people got the chance to actually go and check it out while it was still unlisted, but then he privated it after that. And of course, he uses that because he knows what he's doing is wrong. It's the same reason he doesn't record those segments, because he wants to avoid some potential penalty that's going to come with that.
Yep. And you know, it's just a fact of life now. There's YouTube mode, there's not YouTube mode, and when not YouTube mode starts, you get the sigh, and then you get the beg, disheartened. Anyway, Meth Bear is in the room right now. How you feeling, Meth Bear? What you got for us today?
I'm feeling great, and I would like to start off because this is obviously a holy ground with perhaps a small verse. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves wealth with his income. This is also vanity. And this just encapsulates everything about Phil by the fact that he's willing to use such tactics just to, get a little bit of scratch out of his pay piggies. And, these people who would like to see him down in a hole, lowering a basket of lotion down to him. All I see is a freaking psychopath, and just like Derek. And he thinks he knows the law. He thinks he knows everything. Well, he writes like some certain lawyers, in which you get some correspondence about 10 pages long on a very simple issue, and when you're about on page 6, you're just wondering, why are you referencing Blackstone's commentaries on some issue? Okay, it's not even from this country. All right, it's UK and the US, common ground, common law. I actually do qualify if I wanted to become a solicitor in the UK. I just have to take certain tests. I've been practicing long enough. Don't want to do it, but it's close enough. But this guy, one thing that I've noticed is that he seems to want to cover all of his bases for any type of criticism. Whenever he's on stream, he just seems to be going on and on. He seems to be jumping from potential argument to potential argument, and just hitting all those bases, which it kind of is smart, but it shows that he's a little more self-aware about what's going on and the way people may try to, come in and attack him. But that's probably just part of his paranoia. He's sealing up all of his cracks for when that summer ant tries to come in attracted to the syrup, sort of like LPG.
Yeah.
And for him, I don't know. He's just so vicious, so nasty, especially when he's talking about developers and the way he's attacking the pay piggies. He is like a macaque. I even said this on the Discord. He's almost like some of those monkey videos where you see those monkeys and the little baby just goes up and starts nursing on the mama, and then all of a sudden she just starts thrashing it and kicking it and beating it and slamming into the ground, and then just lets it come back and nurse a little bit because there was some tiny little infraction. The castrated pig is his reaction to anything is just viciousness. It's just extreme cruelty. You just got to stamp it out, and it's but it's he's something else. It's almost like he attracts, like when I was talking about, I noticed one of the comments that you said, you were wondering when I was talking about last week, Game Trekker, he's a whole woe is me. I'm so put upon. He writes paragraphs on, everything. And he just attracts that type, and he attracts Derek, and Derek just scares the hell out of me. He's getting worse. And that one comment, and we asked, hey, Daddy Phil, if somebody were to commit a kidnapping, do you think that they should get a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, he said, was it go to jail or warning? Those are the two options.
Can someone elaborate on that and give a better answer than me, please? Because
it was during the James Bulger thing when he was watching Rob Gavigan's stream. One of the things in James Bulger, and Derek asks, "Do you think the people that kidnapped that kid should go to jail, or should they get a warning?" It's, for fuck's sake, Derek.
The old kidnapping warning.
No,
those are tough warnings they give out for kidnapping.
Yeah. Oh, you did it once. Well, we'll give you it.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Next time you do it, you got to get in trouble. All right, get out of here. But all right, Meth Bear, I gotta let you go. Though we had a lot of cards.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. We'll see you.
Thanks, man. That was another Meth Bear coming in hot. I'm gonna get. Okay, callers are at the impasse. We have 4 more callers left. That is the end. That is the end of the callers. I'm gonna have to be a strict style host here and say we're done with the callers. And I know this person was next in line, so I'm gonna get you in here because I know you were next in line. I was watching it because your avatar is very unique. There you are, Ravens Dolphin in the house. How you feeling?
Repew outmade this avatar, so shout out to him.
Yes. All right, what you got for us today?
I got 2 things for you. So I think one of the things you talked about earlier was, why do people go back to Phil? A lot of times detractors didn't give them anything to watch, just Phil. So a lot of times we're like, where are you going to go for gameplay, Phil? What are you going to go for your craziness, Phil? So they go back because there's nothing on that side. Now there's plenty.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I think that's a fair point. There's so much stuff now to watch. If you want to be in the detractor sphere, there's shit going on every day. You know that. How many streams are there every day, But yeah, good point.
Right. And the other thing that bothers me is the whole Emil or Team Ico Gamer. They're the only ones that's pushing these goals up the hill. No one else is like, let's watch Phil watch these stupid ads. And then after he does this stupid thing, we say it's the worst stream ever. And why do you people do this? And we move on with our days.
Yeah, I wonder that. Like, the goals are not in line with what the whales want at all, right? But the question is, what do they want? I don't think they want anything from what Phil can offer, right? Just attention, right?
What Phil wants that matters.
Yeah, true. So don't have a goal, because all the goals anywhere are shit that I want an extra money for, right? So, we're gonna do ads. I watch fucking old ads, but all right, the goal's gonna be $400. So this is my only stream of the day.
The thing that annoys me about that is, when I've said it before, is that like that watching the ads thing isn't a bad idea, but don't put it behind a members goal. Just do it randomly one day, and and people will probably just enjoy it if you just suddenly decided, I'm going to watch random old ads. I was just thinking about something the other day, and I fancy sitting and watching some adverts for an hour. People probably enjoy it.
The
spontaneity of it.
Yeah, I bet you watch Guar.
If you change a schedule, you gotta change like 18 schedules when anything changes on that thing, though. He's got, oh shit, I gotta edit 18 things now. The Braille version, text version, audio version, smoke signal version, the short version. Think of all the shit he has to change, guys.
Pigeon version.
Have you checked his schedule? It's awful. It's 2 games rotating for 4 days, and he's like, I'm busy, guys.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just black text on a white background as well. There's nothing to it.
It's so bad.
All right, Raven. Let's go. Legendary. Thanks, man.
That's it. Bye.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Raven.
See you later.
Any messages there, Sammy boy?
We're just covering ones from today then.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let's. I'm sorry so much, guys, for the
Speedrun
messages. I
style.
promise, though, I will do an episode while we go through those. I promise we'll get them on air. But just today, you know how it goes. It's a special day.
In that case, there's only one left, really.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Then we got 3 more callers.
Well, this is Justin.
Yeah, hi guys. This is Justin calling in here for long-time listener, first-time caller, all of that stuff. Just wondering if you guys given any thought to when exactly Phil's transition into being afraid to look at women happened, because as we all know, he used to be a sort of like a college frat boy kind of guy. Loved to talk about the boobs and the whatnot, but now he's literally afraid to look at a woman. So
Yes.
I'm just wondering when that transition happened exactly. We all suspect it's to do with him getting married and stuff, but it's very funny. Obviously, it's hilarious to see. As a lot of other stuff is with Phil, but yeah, now he's like a Catholic schoolboy. So what the hell happened? And when did it happen? So keep it up, guys. I love the show.
Good stuff, Justin. I'll throw it to you, Meerkat, for this one. Right up your alley.
I think 2 things. First of all, from what we know about Kat, that classic Tevin video where he talked to Superman, and Superman confirmed that she is in fact very jealous. So that is one of the things. And the other thing is that DSP prides himself on changing, right? And one of his points in changing is that he no longer makes those over-sexualized style humor jokes. So when he cut that off, that's one of his pride points on changing. So now he is new Phil. He doesn't make those jokes anymore. Women don't exist as those objects of sexual humor. And Kat is jealous. That's my take.
Anything else to add there, Sam?
No, but there's a guy down there that I think would probably have a lot to say about this. And I think he did in his last video, I think, or the one before the last video, or it was one of them.
Steve?
At some point in that last 12 hours, yeah. No, basically what Meerkat said, he went from like one extreme to the other. He didn't realize that actually there is a mature and adult way that you could talk about sex, sexuality, and people of the opposite gender, because other adults do. You know, most of us sort of like grow up out of that whole frat boy mindset, and we do sort of start to talk to our friends a little bit more mature ways about our sex lives. And you know, you start to discuss sex, and you could see representations of it in movies or on the TV or in games and things, and you can handle it in a mature way. And he can't. He doesn't like have the socialization needed to get to that point. So instead, he goes to an extreme of, well, adults don't talk about this. Idiots talk about this. Children talk about this. You know, like kids at school talk about this. You talk about this when you're 15 or 16, but adults don't talk about it because, you know, adults don't have sex apparently. But then again, if you're sleeping in a separate bedroom within your wife, you're probably not going to have sex, are you? So,
how about the hypocrisy of shit jokes? Like just literal shit jokes, but then like, oh, come on, men don't talk about girls like that. But okay, men talk about shit like that. He's probably eating a shit sandwich. Oh my god, the turds are flying everywhere. That's like literally what he says. That's not exaggerating, my friends. He says this, you know? It's like, and also, in normal relationships, it's okay to say, okay, that girl is hot. Oh, wow, Street Fighter girl, she's hot. You know, it's so normal a thing to do. It doesn't take away one iota of your love for your soulmate, right? I mean, it's a normal thing. When you know, when you get together with your bros, you're like, oh man, she's hot. I'd fuck her. You know, it's just a normal fucking thing. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
That Phil has now made non-human by saying any mention of this is cheating or whatever. It's immature. But then he'll say shit jokes right in the same sentence. That's what's so crazy for me.
It was such a big part of his shtick, though, that you'd imagine that this was a big part of why people watched him. You know, or the original kind of appeal, I guess. You know, I guess that humor must have appealed to someone at some point. But I also maybe think he's. Do you think he's maybe just being overly cautious with you know, YouTube or Twitch TOS, and he knows
possibly,
you know, he knows he's occasionally, you know, likely to slip up, and he knows he'll be caught out as well. if he says the wrong thing. So maybe that's
could
part of
be.
it as well.
That could be. And someone else had that thought too. That's like a safe joke that doesn't offend anybody. You could always go to shit works with every country, every culture, every race, every gender. He knows that's his safe zone, I guess. But all right, let's get 3 more callers in the house here. KVNY is first. How you feeling, my friend? Question or comment? The floor is yours.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Wow, hi. Kind of don't have much to talk about today. Well,
Good thing you called in then. Go ahead.
Actually,
You can
I
always
was
make a
thinking
shit
about
joke.
The whole. Oh,
Go ahead.
hi. I was thinking about the bot thing that happened yesterday. Kind of weird, actually.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely the definition of weird. I mean, would you like us to elaborate or you want to take it?
No,
do you think he knew?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you think KVNY? Do you think he knew it was coming? That's a good question for you.
I think depends. How many times did he? No. How many times did he try to deny?
Oh, a lot.
Then he
Multiple
probably-
times, like the moment it started. Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it. That kind of stuff, you know.
I guess he knew. I guess he knew.
Yeah. Anything else for us today, my friend?
Don't think so.
All right. Thanks so much for calling. KVNY in the house. Short but sweet. Bringing the
big up.
heat.
Thanks, Mom.
Let's go to 2 more callers here, and we're bringing him back in here. He goes by the name of Jimmy. He's back. Can he hear us this time? Jimmy, what's up?
Hello, am I here?
Yes,
am
you
I,
are.
I'm out of the closet finally. I'd like to give a big shout out to Nim for the views. For the
Shout outs. Big shout outs. Huge shout outs.
Christ, the fucking bot thing was amazing. It was wild. I don't think he knew it was coming because I think his viewers are very weird and they're weird enough to spring something like this on him, thinking that they're helping. So I think
interesting.
It's possibly just Team Ico Gamer being a fucking weirdo because he has a lot of weirdos in his viewer base, and I wouldn't put it past any. I always assume stupidity before I go into like the whole it was someone doing it on purpose. You know, always assume stupidity before malice. Like that's all I assume, especially when it comes down to Phil, because it always turns out to just be him stupiding his way through life, and I think it is really that. I think Team Ico Gamer, probably some dent who thought it was a good idea to give a bunch of subs to help him out and give a bunch of views to help him out and could potentially end up fucking his entire channel, and he just doesn't see that coming. And it would be so much like Phil if nothing came of it, if there was like zero repercussions, because that's a very Phil thing to happen.
Yeah.
So don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up that something's going to actually happen and Phil might actually face the consequences. Just the consequences of his actions.
Yeah, definitely.
I also kind of wanted to talk about Derek for a bit.
Okay.
Derek exuding some very hide your kids energy.
Oh yes, dude, those playlists are literally scary. Like I don't know how that's allowed.
Had you never seen them? Somebody in chat had never seen them. In the Discord,
Just so you know, just let me tell this to chat. Everyone here, Derek literally has on his YouTube channel. You can follow it, public playlists, and the title is "Beautiful Little Girls." Right? That's what it says, and it's a picture of a
videos.
6-year-old-ish person, and it's like 300 videos long. I mean, that should not be legal. I don't think. I mean, I don't know, but go ahead, Jimmy.
This is something that used to happen on 8chan back when 8chan was actually bearable. Is that when they used to ban, peds, those kinds of people, the way that they would try and avoid getting banned was literally just by posting unrelated pictures of minors, and they would just like post random pictures of children and be like, and then you would see the comments underneath and it would be the most obscene shit in the world. And I think this is why like Null stepped away from being like a mod on 8chan because he just didn't want to do it anymore. and it's kind of it's a similar thing to that. I think Derek is doing a similar thing to that. He's probably watching Lolly and stuff like that. He's a very very, very scary man, especially with the James Bulger stuff, because I remember that happening when I was very young. I was very young when that just happened, and it was. What was it? It was James Bulger and John Venables? John Venables or something.
It was Robert Thompson and John Venables.
Yeah, Robert Thompson and John Venables.
Venables
who had
is the one who's...
hidden. And I think Venables is a actual sexual predator now as well.
Yes, Venables. He's currently back in jail again.
Yes.
Yeah, for crimes relating to that, yeah.
And they're questioning whether he should actually get his name changed again, because they used to give him a new identity, and every 5 months he would be back in prison for horrible offenses.
Yeah.
But the fact that Derek said, should they get a slap on the wrist for this?
I know.
Should they just get a verbal warning?
Yeah. That's Phil has to start. If I'm Phil, you have to start distancing yourself. It's dangerous, right? For your career to have this dude that is like this on your channel endlessly, and it's not he doesn't support Derek, but he makes sure to fucking shout him out and shit. There's got to be a point where you're like, all right, this is not cool anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
No, he's going. I don't know. I think it's only a matter of time before Derek actually becomes a registered sex offender. There's something going to happen there. It's going to be buck fucking wild when it does, and no one's going to stop. I mean, it'll be horrible, but I will be laughing the entire time it happens, because it's I saw this coming, because he's just so childishly sexualized, because it's not it's not just jerking off for the sake of jerking off. It's weird shit. It's this weird childish perspective of it.
Because there's nothing else in his life other than that. It consumes so much of his life. But because of that, he doesn't have any way to sort of grow and sort of mature to a point where, anybody else would talk about it. Anybody else would have a healthy relationship.
I mean, he's the kind of person that believes the storylines are real. So
yeah, probably, yeah.
That's very scary.
He's probably desensitized from most kinds of adult material at this point.
Yeah.
That's why he's into all the scat stuff.
I mean, wasn't he I think he was on Twitter one time, and he was talking about a guy's cum tribute video. Completely
different one. A male pod star posted a picture of himself, a bit talking,
a picture of himself.
Can I be your daddy? And he was like, I'd love you to be my daddy.
We are off the deep end here. On that being said, thanks to you, Jimmy. Thanks to you.
Mate, we were talking about shoving paydays somewhere before.
That's true. We come full circle around here. That being said, all right, Jimmy, I'll let you go, man. You're always legendary. Thank you, man.
Before I go, you know that Pocahontas is a 1995 American.
Good point. That's a great point, Jimmy. That's a great point. All right, I'll see you later, Jimmy.
I learned so much today.
All right. We got one last caller here, and it's a good one. You are going to recognize this person's name, I promise you. He goes by the name of Hate Army, and he has made some legendary stuff in the Tractor community. What do you got for us today, my friend?
Hey, guys. I just have a couple of true things I want to talk about. So I didn't know this about the Snorlax thing, but it sounded like you guys said that he also made thumbnails for DSP.
Yes, I know he made artwork. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was thumbnails and artwork, I think.
Okay, because if that's the case, then DSP should also be worried about copyright strikes at this point.
Yeah.
If he charged back all that money on PayPal, what's to stop him from copyright striking him?
They do have a written agreement that it was a consensually sent artwork. So even if he was to do that, it would get cleared up pretty fast because DSP has the evidence to that.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe, but at the same time, if it's enough videos to where it counts as 3 strikes against his channel would be taken down while that's being cleared up behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, it's certainly enough for him to be cause problems.
He would be shitting himself trying to get
the chair would be shaking, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Computer chair. coming in
He'll
hot.
be shitting paydays.
Like Steve will be, hopefully, if you guys we get enough buy-in here. But go ahead, Hate Army. Continue, please.
The other thing I was thinking about, because it's interesting, because like we already knew that he was emailing people behind the scenes, but to see the actual emails is another thing entirely, because it's like getting a glimpse behind the curtain, like to see how the drama is made. Like the writers are actively writing the saga, and we're watching them do it. So that's kind of interesting. But that kind of reminded me, I think it was a while back, it was like a story came out that I think it was either Pokimane or one of these other big like female Twitch streamers. They were emailing like their top supporters to like ask them if they're single and what kind of jobs they have, and looking them up on LinkedIn and that sort of thing to like kind of hook them and keep them on the hook for like as long as they could, kind of like tipping and shit like that. So that's a very weird energy for DSP to be giving off.
Yeah, like it's like, I don't know if it was you, but someone on Twitter said like it's definitely like that people pay to get shit on, and that, I mean, not, you know what I'm saying, like it really is make bust on them. Is that's what I'm saying the wrong words here. Shit on, bust on. That's not what I mean. I mean make fun of them. And,
they're all true though.
But it's definitely true, right? Some people need that in their life, and clearly this emails that Phil, it's like, you know, there's like talking down to someone, and then there's like talking down from a fucking Kilimanjaro mountain. That's what Phil does to his, at least we saw with Snorlax, you know, like I'm the king of the fucking world. You're a peon. Let me tell you the deal right now, motherfucker. Where you been? You know, it's just like, so who puts up with that, man? It's like anyone normal, I don't think would be able to put up with that. It's not brainwashed or in the cult or anything.
There's your disclaimer right there. Anyone?
Yeah, I just can't imagine being in that position.
Yeah, it's so. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh no, I was gonna just move on to the last thing.
Yeah.
So the funniest thing out of the entire stream, at least for me, was when he came back from his break after the podcast, quote unquote podcast, and he said like, "Oh, I suspect it might be something fishy," and then he goes, "I told Kat to keep a lookout." Or to keep her eyes open or something.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that true?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he said, "Call me if anything happens" or something like that.
What?
And all I could imagine was Kat like at the window, like looking out at the gate of the gated community, like for the robots to show up. And they finally show up, and she's like, "Phil, they're here. Can I eat them?"
Oh my god. Oh my! Yeah, she's watching the binoculars on the gate. That gate opens. I'll let you know, Phil. Nothing yet.
She was sitting there with a hand axe that's next to the door.
Oh, it's a van. Looks like my sister's van. Get ready to run.
Oh, never mind. She did the DoorDash.
She did make actual threats against the guy. She said, "I'm gonna murk that person.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I will murder him.
Yeah,
I know where he lives." That's literally what she said. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait,
He's crazy.
looking closer. It's a DoorDash. Get the paper plates, Phil. Hurry up.
I imagine her sitting in a watchtower, but it's a really big watchtower, so she can fit. And it's very sturdy as well. It has a very solid
Not
foundation.
that high though.
It's not very high.
Not that high.
Like the
Man, I did not hear that. That is a legendary. Oh God. I'm dead. Hate Army, I thank you so much. You have anything else for us today before we end the show out?
No, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
You're a legend. That was I cannot believe what exclamation point! I did not hear that, and that is truly magical. Watch out!
Some say Kat is still watching.
Crying.
Perfect.
Phil's on the phone. You know, got the pulls going. Kat, yeah, keep watching. I'll be out soon.
She can't eat, so she got like an IV connected to her, so we can feed her constant flow of like protein.
All right. Ooh, what an ending that was.
In like 4 days.
Playing Skyrim
it's
on
very
the
tough, man. It's been tough.
Oh man, it's definitely been tough. Italian life, Italian wife, everything. But let's end the show here. I didn't even shout this out. Horrible promotion by the host here. Our guest for this weekend, Sunday, we didn't even say, it's gonna be Artist Week this week. So we're gonna get Dark City Phil in the house. We're gonna get Kid Film in the house. And we're gonna get What did I say? Flim. Sorry, I said Phil. Flim.
I wanted to correct you for so long, and now Sam took this away from me.
I constantly called Film. I probably said that in the DM. Sorry about that, kid. Flim. And also, we're going to get a special look, not a video, picture of Pixar Animation special Halloween thing that's coming out for Halloween. It's going to be extremely hype. So Artist Week is coming up. Dark Side of Phil and Kid Flim is going to be this Sunday. Also, tomorrow, members only live stream. Of course, everyone's going to be able to watch it after, but tomorrow's members only live stream, we're going to cover a hype moment in Phil's history. Should we spoil what that is, you think, Meerkat, or should we wait for tomorrow?
At least give them the name of this segment now, because it is very good.
Yeah, the show is called The Rewind. So we're going to be rewinding and going back in time to iconic DSP moments and talking about them. Because on this show, apparently, we planned out that sometimes there would be downtime. So we would talk about it, but there's no downtime. So we need a separate podcast. Not the recap, not the call-in show, but a rewind.
Yes. So basically, we're going to be daily at some point. Just wait for that. Many years down the road. But anyways, that's it for this show. What a show this was. This was one of my favorites. I'm going to be honest. This was a really fun one. A lot of laughs, a lot of good comments from everybody. Thanks so much, chat. Thanks so much for the support, everybody. Everyone's a legend. Final words. I'll go around the table as always. Meerkat, final words. Go ahead.
Final words, man. Thanks everybody for showing up. It was a great stream. We had a lot of laughs and a lot of goofs, and unfortunately, we talked about Derek for I think a little bit too long. So I need to head to bed.
+1 on that. +1
and recover. And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks to the panel again for being great and managing everything. So all I had to do is smoke cigarettes and drink beer. So yeah, that one goes out for you. Take a sip. Chat, take a sip as well if you're not dead drunk at this point.
All right. Steve of the Dead, your turn, my friend.
I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, supporting the Butt Fund. Your contributions are appreciated.
They will be felt, too.
Yeah, they will be felt. Thanks to the rest of the panel for having me on.
Yeah, awesome
can't
stuff.
Wait for the next stream.
And Sam, you are the final word. Go ahead. Send us home.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that supported. It's definitely been a fun one. I should say thank you to Kobold Heart actually for just becoming a legend. So thank you very much. I may or may not be there tomorrow. So if not, these guys will take care of it.
Drama style.
And thank you to Joel as well for becoming a legend. You're all legends though, really.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll
we
that
see
being
the
said,
law, don't worry.
that being said, we'll see you tomorrow, whether I'm there or not. But yeah, see you later, guys.
Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right? Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was, all right?
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any.
It's going to be acidity from tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart
spice.
and it's acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair, pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian. Guess what else we're gonna add? What? Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side filth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix.